So today I'm going to be showing you how to make vinyl decals and stickers for your car. Before we get started, there are a few things that you're going to need. Obviously, you're going to need a laptop. For my cutter, it's a Windows laptop to run the software. The software does come free, so you're not going to have to worry about that. You're then going to need a vinyl cutter for this. I've got a Silhouette Cameo 4. If you want to check one of them out, I'll put a link in the video description below. You're going to need some vinyl. They're all 12-inch rolls to fit that particular cutter. Gloss or matte is fine. You need some application tape. You need a cutting mat. You need some scissors, an X-Acto knife, a pick, and a squeegee. So what sorts of things can you make? So this is the one we're going to have a go at today. This is a Think Bike sticker. We've also got like baby on board stickers or just something a little bit more jokey. Or you could even go with layered vinyl like this. Now this is 2 pieces of vinyl layered over the top of the other. Black on the top of red, and the red one's cut slightly bigger. Layer them up as a sandwich and you've got a decal that pops, a decal that stands out on your car. We can literally make anything. If you've got the image, we can trace it. So the very first thing we need to do is get our design onto the computer. I'm just going to switch to a screen recording now and we'll show you how that's done. So the first thing we're going to do is get our image. Now this can be off Google Images, which is pretty much where most of them come from. It can be hand drawn and photographed. It can be anything really. But what we're just going to do is drag that image into our Silhouette Studio. Make it a little bigger. We're going to trace the image. This turns it into a cuttable format. Hit trace. We can remove the original image, so I will just delete that. And then I'm just going to colour this in just to show you what it would look like. You don't have to colour this at all. And then all I'm going to do, now each one of these dots is basically a cut. All I'm going to do is just simplify that so the blade doesn't have to change direction many times, and it makes the image much smoother. And pretty much that's it. So what we want to do now is just make this our size that we want. So we'll go for roughly 5 inches across the bottom. And we'll place it onto our template. And that is it for the computer work. Nice and simple. The next step is to prepare our cutter. Pretty easy. Take your vinyl. I use it on rolls. Place it in the roll feeder. Feed the vinyl in. And set the vinyl in the cutter. Back on the software, we can then go to send this to our cutter. We can see here that the cutter's ready. It's showing us the red lines, which is what it's going to take out and cut. We've got our settings and we hit send. And the cutter now goes to work cutting the design. It is a little noisy, that's just the nature of this beast. We'll give that a few minutes and it should be finished. Once that's finished, we can cut the section of vinyl out. And then we'll move on to the next stage. So depending on which side of the bridge you sit, this is possibly the most infuriating or the most satisfying part of the whole process. You can see in there, if I shine that in the light, we've got our cut lines. That's where the vinyl cutter has gone along and cut into this vinyl. This next part is known as weeding. What you're going to have to do is remove all of this excess black vinyl around, leaving just your cut shape and letters. For that, you're going to need a pick. The next stage after that is application tape. So the application tape is literally a thin film. This also comes in a paper variety. That what we can do is we can put this film over this and it'll allow us to then apply this vinyl onto paintwork or glass when it's complete. So we lay this over the top, and what we will do is use our X-Acto knife just to go down and trim off the excess, and then use our squeegee to go over the vinyl. Now at this point, what we can do is we can take our scissors and we can trim this and make it nice and neat. And that is now ready to either go and apply to your car or post out to a customer. So if you're thinking of applying this to your car, what you then need to do is just remove the backing paper and everything will come off onto your application tape, and that is now ready for application. You will then put that onto your paintwork, onto your glass, wherever you want to do. Smooth it out, make sure it's all where you want it to be. Go over it again with your smoothie. This activates the glue, little bit of heat. Leave it for a few seconds. And peel off your application tape. And that is all done. So that's it, how to make stickers. You can use these to decorate absolutely everything you want for the price of a cutter. You can start your own business. You can make little signs like this. You can even do merchandise for other people, little logos. And you can even cut vinyl for heat transfer vinyl, so you can make items of clothing. Absolutely fantastic for the price. As I said, guys, if you want one of these, I'll leave a link in the video description below. But all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching, and I'll see you on next time's video. Goodbye.
Easy.